The clinking of silverware, the rich smell of roasted ham, and then her voice, sharp, cutting through the air like shattered glass. "Lighten up! I want the master bedroom renovated when we move into your new luxury house." My brother smirked, his arm lazily draped around her chair. "It's only fair. We'll be living there long term." The whole table burst into laughter. My mother giggled, my father gave an approving nod. I didn't laugh, I just sipped my coffee, calm, quiet, unreadable. They thought it was a joke. It wasn't. It was a claim. Growing up, my brother was the heir, the golden child. Every little win of his was celebrated with fireworks. Every mistake was brushed aside, dressed up with excuses. Me? I was the afterthought. Too serious, too quiet, too inconvenient. When he totaled his car, they handed him another without a word. When I graduated with honors, they barely showed up. Still, I loved them. I held on to the hope that one day they'd finally see me. They never did. The betrayal wasn't one moment. It was years stacked on top of each other like bricks until they built a wall between us. The company I built from scratch, they dismissed as luck. The house I bought with my own sweat, they called family property. And now, my brother and his fiancée had the audacity to demand the master bedroom in front of me at my own table. They thought I'd fold. They forgot I'm not their fool. I didn't argue at brunch. I didn't remind them whose name was on the deed. I just smiled, nodded, and served dessert because my plan was already in motion. My brother was always careless with his secrets, passwords scrawled on sticky notes, loans tucked in plain sight. For months, I'd been gathering everything, every lie, every debt, every email he thought no one would ever find. And her, his fiancée, her shopping addictions, her secret flirty chats with men she thought no one knew about. Screenshots, receipts, undeniable proof. I wasn't going to shout, I was going to show. Step 1. I invited him to help with my company's live stream. He loved the spotlight, loved the idea of looking powerful. He jumped at it. Step 2. I loaded the slideshow. All those documents tucked neatly into the presentation, just waiting. One click and it would all unravel. Step 3. I waited. 24 hours after brunch, my phone rang. My mother's voice was hysterical. "Dear God, Max, what is he reading on camera?" I leaned back in my chair, eyes on the live stream from my own screen. And there he was, my brother, live in front of thousands of my clients and investors. At first he read with a cocky grin, thinking he was improvising, but then his face drained of color. The words weren't scripted, they were his bank statements, his unpaid debts, his desperate emails begging for loans he never repaid. The chat exploded, laughing emojis, shocked comments, screenshots flying everywhere. And then came the slides of her messages. His fiancée mocking him, calling him pathetic, admitting she was only with him for the money. He froze. She screamed off camera. The feed cut, but it was too late. Calls flooded in, from my parents, from him, from numbers I didn't even know. I didn't answer. I just let the silence linger, the same silence they'd given me all those years. The fallout was instant. Investors yanked their money from his side projects. Her family pulled their blessing for the engagement. And my parents, for once, had no excuse to defend him. The golden boy was ruined, live on camera. And me? I stood untouched. That night, he showed up at my door. His eyes were bloodshot, his hands trembling. "You ruined me," he spat, his voice cracking. This was the same brother who laughed so smugly at brunch, who thought he could take what was mine. I looked him straight in the eye. "You ruined yourself," I said calmly. "I just let the world see." He collapsed against the railing, broken. For the first time, I didn't see him as my rival. I saw him for what he really was, small. My parents begged me to fix it, begged me to help him rebuild. I reminded them of that brunch table, of their laughter ringing in my ears, and then I told them the truth they never wanted to hear. I owe them nothing. In the weeks that followed, the balance shifted. My business thrived. Clients praised my honesty. Investors doubled down, impressed by how I handled chaos. My brother vanished from the public eye. His fiancée disappeared with him. And my parents, suddenly, they weren't laughing anymore. Do I regret it? No. Because this wasn't just revenge. It was taking back everything they denied me. For every birthday they ignored. For every success they brushed aside. For every time they told me I should be more like him. I wasn't their shadow anymore. I was the reckoning. The house is quiet now, every room mine. The master bedroom sits untouched, waiting. Not for them, never for them. People think revenge burns with rage. It doesn't. It's patience. It's control. It's the perfect stage. My brother thought the world would always laugh with him. Now the only sound left is silence.